Mariners lineup featuring Julio Rodriguez. His second half is directly
one of 5 rookies ever for the Mets to make an all-star team.
Innings. J.P. Crawford leads off tonight. Swings at the first pitch. A hearty cut at it, but he fouled it off against Senga. A month it was. The Mariners winning 21 games in August, a franchise record in any month for them. Swing and a miss, and that is nasty from Kodai Senga.
You got to check that.
One out. Here's Julio Rodriguez, who takes ball 1. Rodriguez, a 13-game hitting streak. He has 2 balls, no strikes. How conscious are you as a pitcher of how good it is?
Not allow him to do that.
Pops this late break, but now he slows to make the catch. And by Google Cloud, Eugenio Suarez takes ball 1. People weren't really sure how Kodai Senga would handle pitching.
Look, Showalter raves about this, his work ethic and his person, and we're going to trust each other to be able to keep each other healthy.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Eugenio Suarez. Check swing. Suarez held up. It's ball 3. Suarez
for the season, they didn't have the run production because every time they came up with runners in scoring position, Julio wasn't hitting the cover off the.
Suarez stays alive. He has struck out 173 times. To Suarez. Swing and a miss. Kodai Senga with the ghost fork again. He gets 2.
Found love for that slider, getting the depth change down in the zone.
Nimmo's had a career high in home run. For all the talk about transition years or whatever 2024 might bring, for 3 of those guys signed for next year and be to get to the gap and make the catch to retire Brandon Nimmo. 1 away. For Logan Gilbert facing Francisco Lindor. There's ball 1.
Down with the slider.
Rodriguez charges in for this one and retires Lindor. Jeff McNeil will make a run for it, but unable.
You know, he kind of took a step back, and he's an important piece as far as putting the ball in play, hitting the ball to all fields.
Not Starling Marte this year. Marte is on the IL right now.
Put pressure on
McNeil. So Pete Alonso will have an opportunity to bat here in the ball run number 40. There's ball 1 from Logan Gilbert. And he's still hitting homers. He's still driving and runs.
Well, I think the average can be affected, especially how
2 strikes. And there's ball 2 to Alonso, his second longest home run.
Ooh. See, when he's locked in, that ball's barreled forward.
First, Alonso grounds that one foul. And it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's in there. Strike 3 call. Fastball in the inside corner, bottom of the zone.
3 top teams separated by just 1 game entering today. And who would have thought it? July 1st, Seattle with 10 games changed. He said he actually is. He's winning that game and winning a series, but he was.
That can do damage when they square up the baseball and put it forward.
Teoscar Hernandez really struggled in the first half. Jerry DiPoto basically said about Hernandez, well, you know, if we trade him, he might go somewhere and hit him. 2 balls and a strike on Hernandez here. Getting back to what Heidi would at the beginning of September. It was a swing and a miss by Hernandez, although none of those teams won the division. Atlanta. Swing, strike 3. Teoscar Hernandez goes too far. And Senga. Canzone came over from Arizona. It was a kind of an unusual trade. The Mariners got back Canzone. As Canzone pops out, and Ronnie Mauricio in his major league debut is off the bottom of the 2nd. Takes a big cut at the first pitch from Logan Gilbert and fouls it off. What's that noise mean?
Split finger.
Bounced the slider, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Vogelbach. That's in there. Strike 3 call. Vogelbach tends to be a very passivist. Logan Gilbert just rattling. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Alvarez. These young starters continue to churn out. This has been lately. First hit for Francisco Alvarez. And a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 1st. Bottom of the order tonight. Here's Brett Beatty as he swings through the Logan Gilbert fastball. Beatty. 1 ball, 1 strike on Beatty. Beatty looks at strike 2.
Well, this is
There's strike three call. Logan Gilbert painting corners early on. He has 4 strikeouts already. Tied to the finish line it's going to be as Ty France leads off here in the third, because the Mariners last
best in baseball, and once the offense started to catch up, the wins were very easy because they can't score obviously off. I always mentioned that.
Mariners have gone the longest without a division title of any American League team.
With it, I see. But this group, though, like, you always want to be part of the squad, and we've been in Seattle. You know, that place can get rocking and rolling too, and everything kind of falls through from him.
That's ball 4 to Ty France. So the Mariners
division, and as a group, they've been very successful in the AL West. Those last 10 days.
Mariners did play the A's recently. Up each, they swept the Royals. They won 2 out of 3 against Oakland. But before that, they swept Houston and Anaheim. It's a bouncing ball to second. Mauricio flips to Lindor for 1. And over the first 2, a double play. To that point, if Mauricio or Beatty or Vienna Rojas, number 9 batter for the Mariners, playing second base this year. They had a big 9th inning comeback against the Angels thanks to that grand slam.
Out. 3-1.
It was really altering the 2 franchises.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Rojas.
I love Alvarez.
Rojas dumps that one foul, keeping it 3-2. That's in there. Strike 3 called. 98 on the fastball from Koenig Leagues tonight. Logan Gilbert starts him off with a strike. Only 5 men. Atlanta. And Mauricio certainly has plenty of power to turn one.
Logan Gilbert can do.
Good pitch there from Gilbert. He can do that with the slider. One of those records. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ronnie Mauricio. Irie early on. Looking up, and it's over the head of Hernandez. Ronnie Mauricio, 117. Big league hit, a 117-mile-an-hour double over the head of Teoscar Hernandez in right field. Gilbert would have looked to second when Logan Gilbert has the bases empty.
Look at some of these prospects, like about earlier, having the core pieces already signed.
Well, you got to find out what you have with Mark Vientos. And Lindor grounds 1 foul. No balls and a strike. The second baseman Rojas throws out Lindor, who advances to third. Left, Crawford goes out. In comes Kent. Off double.
The ball, especially early in the count.
Beatty down the third, making his way to throw. It is. It's the second home run allowed by Senga over his last 8 starts.
Crawford at the top of the lineup. This is leadership, and obviously a Gold Glove caliber infielder. He's important too to be.
Can do defensively. He's passed the test so far. He won't reach that though, as Cal Raleigh smacks a base hinted by Sage.
Yeah, well, Gilbert attacked him up in the zone, trying to change his eye level, but rushing him with the fastball to try.
It's a one-hopper right to J.P. Crawford at short. As Alonso's throw.
Going to be able to steal some first-place votes, especially with Bruce Bochy at the helm of what he's done in the Texas Rangers, but it all predicates